Welcome to my chapter 7. Now, this chapter is about decisions making. Lots of people, they struggle with this one. People say, I don't know what I should do, and I will think about that. That kind of things there. They pretty much making no decision is the decisions there. And at the end of the day, the problem's still there, and they never solve the problems. Okay, here's some of the things that I am going to share with you, some of the tips in here. Sharpen up your decisions making skills there. First of all, you need to, the later you drag, the more you drag it, the bigger the problems is going to become. First of all, you got to think of a couple of solutions there. Everything there's a solution there. It could be your relationship, your health, money, or your spiritual side, or your physical side. Everything have solutions. Now, once you work out, you write it there, solutions there. Give yourself pros and cons for each solutions. For example, if you want to lose weight, let's say if you want to lose 5 kilo of your body weight there, the solution is to go to the gym. Of course, there's a pros there. You lose weight and you become healthy. But what about the cons? It will cost you more time because you have to physically travel there, okay? And may cost you some money as well, okay? Now, and then the next one that you need to ask yourself is this. What if I don't make decisions? Now, not many people, they haven't think about the second questions there because they just put it onto the side. What happens if you don't make decisions? What happens if you leave this problem dragging for so long? What is going to happen? If I'm talking about health, it will lead to a further complication. You could have diabetes, you could have heart disease, or anything like that. For finance, what is going to happen? You're going to go in debt, you're going to pay more interest. And what? You'll become broke. Next one. 3, time. Give yourself some time, not to think. Give yourself a time to make decisions. I would think about that. Oh, come on, you know it. You make decisions when? Next year? Give yourself a time frame, a deadline that you need to make decisions, okay? It's either A or B or C. Next one, advice. You need to get advice from someone, now listen carefully, from someone who have been there and through that. If you're asking for someone about business advice, something about marketing or sales, or of course you got to speak to someone who have been there. They already done business, they already done marketing, they know how to close sales. Either they fail or they make it, it's okay. At least you learn something from a real person who have been there. We're not talking rah-rah, it's real. You need to speak to someone who have been there. Now don't forget, don't speak to so many people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will confuse yourself. Just speak to one. And this one person there have been there and done it for a period of time. Okay? Now, here's the questions that you need to do. Okay. Oh, forget to tell you, somehow, I didn't write down here, somehow you have to believe or trust your instinct there, okay, your gut feeling. But most of the time, gut feeling is alright, but there's a little bit emotions involved in there. So for you as a smart entrepreneur there, you will look at the fact and the numbers there. Now, here's the worksheet for you in this chapter there. Now, you got to pick one problem that you're already stuck in your head for some time. For example, you want to build this business, you want to build a cafe. It has been there for some time, and you never worked it out. Write it down. What's the problem? What's the problems? It's going to be a money problem or relationship problem. And then number 2. Brainstorm 2 solutions. I don't want to make too much. I'm just doing it as an example. Then brainstorm 2 solutions for the problems. Solution A and solution B. And then the third one is to complete the table. The table they have the pros and cons, the disadvantages and advantages. Now I'm doing the worksheet here as an example. If you want to write more, you can, but do not write more than 3. Okay? Make it super simple. And then question number 4 is there. What are the 3 consequences would happen if I make no decisions within 48 hours? Okay, let's say you're already in debt so heavily and you just ignore it for 48 hours. What is going to happen? Consequences 1, as you might know, interest build up. What happened? Number 2, the banks keep calling you and you don't have a good sleep. What is going to happen? Consequences 3, if you have a family, your wife or your husband is going to annoy you because you don't pay the bills. Number 5, name and write down a person, the contact detail of a person who have been there, who have physically done it and through it. Doesn't matter they fail or they succeed. If they fail, you can learn, from their mistakes and you don't do what they do. And if they succeed, then you do what they do. Okay, speak to the person, a real person who have been there. I always emphasize this. Okay, don't just learn from a book. You need to speak to a real person and they'll give you some real advice. Don't forget to do this homework here. I will see you in my next chapter. Bye for now.